Welcome into another edition of The Session with Londa and David. My name is David Austin.
I'm Londa Sherwood Austin. Welcome back.
I got to tell you, hon, this dress with the little flowers on it that you're wearing today make you look like a college co-ed. I love the summertime. Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Love it.
Well, it is the David Austin birthday edition of the podcast.
What?
And I did wear what you say is your favorite dress.
It is my favorite dress, and your hair looks beautiful today.
You love it. Pin straight, as you say.
And I think you did that
go.
on purpose for me, too.
I did.
You are so thoughtful. It's wonderful to be your husband every single day of my life.
It's your birthday, not mine.
Especially on my birthday.
There you go.
What a super fun treat it is.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
that's all the mushy stuff we're going to do during this program. Although
maybe not.
This is the week after our gratitude edition, and I'm happy to say that I'm still doing the things that I said I would do, and I feel much, much better. I am thinking before bed about all of the things I'm grateful for.
And sometimes saying them out loud.
I always say them out loud because that makes me happy.
Corpse.
Yes, literally. It makes me very happy to say out loud how I feel and about the things that are going so wonderfully in my life right now.
Yes.
And really, it's everything. There's nothing in my life that I'm not enjoying at this moment today, right now. Isn't that cool?
What a great thing to say on your birthday. What a great way to feel.
Yeah.
On your birthday.
Yep. So there you go. Okay, this program's a business-backed program that talks about the three things we're most interested in. Londa, what are they?
Restaurants, real estate, and retail sales.
And the reason we're super interested in those three things is because they're the three things that we've focused on for the vast majority of our adult lives.
That's right.
The only thing we don't talk about that was a big part of my adult life is broadcasting.
Well, but we're doing
the show.
Yeah.
So it's
and we both grew up in restaurants as kids. Yeah. So, it's just something that's always been really passionate, a passion of mine.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot of fun to do, and it's really, really exciting to have engineered 98% of my life now I'm able to spend directly with you, and I love that.
I
think it's awesome.
We spend all kinds of time together. We work together. We live together. We play together. We love together. It's awesome.
It is really, really cool.
Yeah.
And I'm super grateful. And the reason I keep talking about gratitude and being grateful is because scientifically we know for a fact, if you think about the things that are going right in your life, it creates positive momentum. The science of your brain changes, and the sad thoughts are harder to get in.
Yeah, it's the same as, activity breeds activity.
Right.
Right? So be about the business of the business. And if the business is, I need to feel better, be about that business.
Yeah.
Do one thing, one small shift to make yourself feel better.
Yep.
And then the rest will follow,
Yeah. I love that.
It doesn't have to be huge, sweeping, dramatic changes to make a change in the way that you see life. It can be one small, simple shift. Smile more at people.
That's called the compound effect. Darren Hardy wrote a book called The Compound Effect where he talks about some scientific studies and some anecdotal studies where people have made one small change and track their lives over time to see how that change has impacted them.
Right.
And it's unbelievable how different things can be if you just make little changes.
And the change you talked about last week and kind of challenged all of us to do was write down or speak out loud or at least think about the things that you're grateful for every night before you go to bed.
That's exactly right. And I got to tell you, I am happier than I remember being in a long, long time. And it's magic because I don't have anything extra specially different going on in my life.
Right.
It's just how I'm looking at my life. You know what I mean? It's radically different. And I love it.
Good.
Yeah. I don't think about regrets. I don't really have regrets. I don't really have room for that inside of my head, really.
Yeah, you're not a look back person. You're
That's
a look
exactly
forward
right.
person. I'm a look back person. So
Well, and the mirror is cloudy, so stop looking back. Look ahead.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I love the faces you make at me.
All right. We promised last week the restaurant review no one asked to hear.
I'm excited about this.
It may ruffle some feathers.
Okay. Ruffle it up.
We finally went to a new restaurant here in Tri-Cities, Washington.
Yes.
Called Perch.
Right. And
we went twice.
And if you're thinking it's a fish-themed restaurant because of perch, no. If you're thinking it's a chicken restaurant because birds perch, no. There's a goat though in the logo, and I don't understand that at all.
I don't know the story behind the name, but it is kind of I would call it an upscale kind of Mexican cantina.
Sure.
Sort of situation.
Yeah.
Really interesting menu. Right? The variety of the menu, really great. The look of the place, super fun.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't really understand the outdoor space, though, because they have a lot of outdoor seating with a scintillating view of the parking lot and nothing else.
Yeah.
You can sit right by the car that just pulled in to park to come in.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad they're not charging extra for those seats.
Yeah. So, yeah. This is going to be a mixed review. Just so you know, buckle up, right? And you've already heard some of it. The look of the place, really cool.
Best interior atmosphere, I would say, in town.
Okay. All right. Cool. The patio seating, dog turd. Because you're just looking at the parking lot. You're looking at a great big parking lot. So I would say for me, dog turd. They have a like rooftop patio kind of situation, but it's not open yet to my knowledge.
I don't know why that's the case either, because they've got chairs up there leaned
I'm gonna
against
get
the
into
table.
It.
Okay.
I suspect they are not staffed for it because
I gotcha.
It seems like they're not even staffed for what they're handling now.
Right.
Slow AF.
Yes. Okay. And when she says slow AF, let me explain to you what she means by slow AF. We went there. Yeah. No.
Oh, I thought that's what
we
you meant.
went there on like a Saturday afternoon at like 4:30. Not a peak time. However, packed. So we thought every parking space was full. We figured it was jam-packed with people. Nope. Walk in, I could see with my tiny little eye, I spy with my tiny little eye, 6 open tables. 6.
Just within your eyesight.
Yes, that I could see from the door. And there were another 4 or 5 open tables that were full of dishes. Yeah. And they said it'll take half an hour. 6 open tables. One couple was already there in front of us. It actually turned out to be 3 different girls that were there together, but there were 2 of them were there when we came in. No one in front of them. There's absolutely no reason why the entire front area filled in the 36 minutes that we sat there. When there were 6 tables, none of them were filled during that time. And finally, the other tables were ultimately cleared, all but one, while we were waiting. Not before.
Right. Toward the end of our wait period,
right.
The dirty tables finally got cleared. And so that's why I'm saying, like, I think that they're understaffed. And I also observed, because we do this, it's just my natural tendency to look at a business, how it operates, and see the gaps.
Right.
Here's a gap for them. So anybody who knows the owners or managers, feel free to pass this along. And it's not meant to be ugly. It's meant to be helpful.
Right.
There were at least 2 managers, because you can tell who's the manager, standing around.
That's right. Not clearing tables.
Standing around. And guess what? If you're in management, you do the dirty work.
Yeah.
So they may be understaffed in people who bus tables.
Maybe.
But there were managers and hosts standing around doing not a damn.
There were at least 6 people floating around that check-in desk. Mm-hmm. And if each one of them cleared a table,
right, everybody
would have moved through much quicker.
Yeah. And get your bussers some tubs.
Yeah, and
the bussers are trying to clear the tables without tubs, and it's just so much faster and more efficient with a tub. So, or teach them how to move quickly before you put them out on the floor like that. Yeah. I don't know. It was just, it was weird to sit there and watch these dirty tables just sit and sit and sit while the lobby is just getting more and more full of people.
And the whole time we were there was a young guy, busser, with a white rag sticking out of his belt, moving around, but not clearing all the tables. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
So this is a training opportunity for the staff, I think, so, and you might, I know a lot of people, nope, I already know, we've gotten the messages. Well, they're new. You need to cut them a break. No, actually, when you're in restaurants, you understand, restaurant or anywhere, you understand you have one chance to make a first impression, and that's it. And if your staff isn't ready, you don't open the door. Right. Also, this is their 3rd restaurant in town by these same people.
Right.
And so the system should be kind of mastered by now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
and if you didn't know it was their 3rd restaurant, their bussers wear T-shirts with all 3 restaurant names on them.
That's right. They do.
So,
So, moving on to the service that we got from our servers.
Okay.
I thought it was great.
Great service.
Yeah. I thought it was terrific.
For me, if I wasn't so annoyed by the 36-minute wait to finally sit down, and by the way, they sat everybody as soon as they sat us. Everybody that was in the lobby sat down at one of the empty tables that had been empty the whole time.
Yeah.
So I don't get it. Maybe they were short a couple of servers. So
managers.
Right. So they were not. But let me tell you something. Secret sauce here. If you have an empty table, tell people, we're short a server. We're going to seat you at the table and get you some waters, but it may take a little time. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Because it would be way better for me to sit at a table and drink a water and laugh and pretend I'm in a restaurant than to sit in the lobby in an uncomfortable chair watching other people not working.
A host can take a drink order. A manager can take a drink order. You can, you're absolutely right. They could bring out the little chip things.
Yeah.
Something. So there's some ideas for you. Once we got served, the servers were very personable, very nice, very helpful, helped us choose items.
Yep.
The first time we went, we just got food. The second, the cocktails were so pretty.
Right.
That I wanted to go back again a different day just for the cocktails. So we did this in 2 different two different steps.
The time we went and sat 36 minutes waiting, we literally only got appetizers and cocktails. We didn't get a dinner that time. And again, some of their appetizers are just good, just plain good. The street corn cheese
the queso
dip,
blanco with corn.
Yes. Legit.
Yeah, really good.
And fresh jalapenos in it, cut up in it.
I would say when it comes to their menu, it's going to be your personal taste will define whether or not you love their menu.
Sure.
Yeah.
The type of food they serve is wanted in the community.
Yes.
The atmosphere.
It's a smart plan
for the community. Yes, the atmosphere is really, really good.
Yeah.
The operations need to tighten up.
Yeah, for sure.
The wait staff is talented. Mm-hmm. Everybody, once you're seated at a table, does their job. Mm-hmm. So the front end is where they need work.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. So
greet me with a smile. Don't greet me with, ooh, it's going to be a few minutes. Is that okay? Don't greet me like that. Hey, we're so excited to see you in here. Yeah. Have you guys been here before? We are thrilled to have a new experience in the Tri-Cities. Welcome to Perch.
Yeah, I wish they would. And it's just a matter of training. That's all it is. It's a training thing.
Yeah.
And they would see their tips go up. They would see their sales go up. They would, all of it, that front end, that first impression. Yeah. It's so important. It's so important.
It's going to be a while. Yeah. Nope, wrong.
Shit, man. We just want to help. We just want to help. So, okay, the food. Let's move on to the food.
Okay.
I do think it's going to come down to personal taste for people because we've heard from our friends who've gone very mixed reviews on the food. So if you love the food, you're going to love the food. And if you don't like the food, you're not going to like it. I personally, I got the taco flight. I don't know what they call it.
The first time we went, you got the 3 taco
Yes, I just
deal.
got drinks the second time.
Yeah.
So I got the 3 tacos, comes with beans and rice. And I had a bite of each taco.
Right.
Ate some of the beans, ate some of the rice, called it.
Yeah.
Because I thought the flavors were good, but I knew it was going to make me sick. And this is just a me thing because I have so many allergies and sensitivities. I was like, oh God, this was a mistake. But I wanted to try them.
Sure.
I thought it was good.
Okay.
What'd you think of your meal?
Well, when I got that smash burger, and I think we've already talked about it here on the program, spectacular.
Yeah.
Loved it. Now, in heating it up, I liked it even more.
Okay.
But it tastes like a burger that you get at a carnival. That's how it tastes to me.
Oh, okay.
Not like
and
something.
Is that good or
Yeah,
not?
it's good. It's not something that you normally have at a sit down restaurant kind of presentation.
It was like the queso burger or something.
Yeah. And delightful.
Okay.
I thought it was fine. The fries were crinkle cut fries, which is easy and quick and fine. Unremarkable, however. Our waitress or server was delightful and cheerful and quick. And the first time we went, we didn't have to wait. We just sat right down.
Right.
So the first experience dramatically better than the second experience.
Sure.
The second experience, the drinks were just okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. Okay,
They were good looking.
Again, it's going to come down to personal preference, I believe.
Right.
They're beautiful. The presentation's beautiful.
Right.
They're not good to me.
Just okay. You know, there's not, I find, as a former bartender, if you like the taste of alcohol, you will not like their drinks. If you don't like the taste of alcohol, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I like the taste of alcohol.
I want to give them props for having non-alcohol spirits.
Yes.
Available. So good on them for that.
I bet you $50 the non-alcoholic thing you got tasted more like alcohol because those non-alcoholic drinks go overboard with those spirits, like they sell at Kindred Spirits in Richland, to have that flavor and that taste.
Maybe
a little bit of a punch, right?
Yeah,
even though it's non-alcoholic. Well, their alcohol drinks, either they make them so low in the product, the alcohol, that you don't taste it at all, or they way over sweeten the drinks. There's no middle ground there.
Yeah. So this is what I'll say to wrap up this restaurant review nobody asked to hear. We've gone to way too much detail about it, but I will say this. I think you should go to Perch. I think you should try it out and have your own opinion about it.
Yeah. And there you go. There you have it. There it is. I don't have anything really to add to that. I liked the wait staff. I thought they were good.
Yeah. Yep.
And their managers need to get off their asses and clear some tables.
You heard it here. I don't disagree.
Well, yeah. I can only imagine a restaurant that my dad's in and there are 5 tables with stuff on them.
No way.
And he's standing around.
No way. I managed restaurants, and let me tell you, you do everything. That's why, you know what, though, this is good to keep in mind, too. If you have a restaurant or whatever, in any business, maybe really, cross-training is super important. You cross-train people so that you can cover little shortfalls here and there, right? And I was always taught by my dad in the restaurant industry, you pick something up coming, you pick something up going.
Right.
And the number of times people passed those dirty tables, they could have had it cleared in 5 minutes. It was crazy. But anyway, I do think you should go check it out for yourself. Tell us what you think. I've seen plenty of people who've been thrilled with it.
It really is a great atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's a place you want to hang out once you're there.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. There you have it, and there it is.
Okay.
As you say.
So last week we did our gratitude program.
Uh-huh.
This week, what do we want to focus on? It's hard for me to think about anything but gratitude because I am literally so grateful for all of the wonderful things happening in my life right now. Our real estate business at Sherwood Austin Homes is going great. Mm-hmm. We have customers who love us. We have regular closings. We've got a few listings. Life is really
We've got
going
openings
well.
for more.
That's true. We will never be too busy because there's more than one of us.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
My mortgage business is going great, and I'm thrilled being able to offer more services now that I'm with Red Mountain Mortgage because we're a broker, not a lender. And so after being in retail mortgage banking for so many years, it's refreshing to be back in an environment just like the one I was in when I started in this industry.
Right.
You know, if somebody has a need for a special loan product, I don't have one underwriter to talk to. I've literally got thousands of underwriters from many different lenders that I can reach out to find the best product. So that's great. The people at Red Mountain Mortgage are spectacular, wonderful individuals who each and every one of them wished me a happy birthday today.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a great group of people.
I think you're right. Now that I've got my managing broker's license because I passed that test and I've got that in place, I'm doing more training of realtors, which gives me life.
Right.
So I love it to pieces. And so I think we're just in a really good place. The thing that I would encourage people to do if you're along with us on this journey is think about that thing I said earlier and the one small shift. Mm-hmm. So, toward what you want. I want my life to look, fill in the blank. If it doesn't look that way, what's one small shift you can make? You know, the big grandiose swings, they're not all they're cracked up to be. But I'll tell you what, if you get up every morning and make your bed, you might find it changes your life.
Yeah.
If there's a million things. If you sit down and if you're in sales, you sit down and you make sales calls for 15 minutes a day, 5 days a week, and you've never done that before consistently, that's a small shift. It's 15 minutes of your life. It could change your life.
I watched a video this morning, speaking of that, of what couldn't have been more than a 12-year-old boy. Couldn't have been older than 12.
Maddox?
I don't know who Maddox is.
Okay, go ahead.
What is Maddox?
The 12-year-old, like Wonderkind in sales.
No, not a Wonderkind. A normal, goofy 12-year-old.
Oh, okay.
Who was calling on behalf of his mother's real estate business. And he was going through the script to set a home value estimation meeting. And he called up, and he's 12 years old. Couldn't be more than that. And he's like, hi, I'm so-and-so with so-and-so real estate team. My mom is Jan. And anyway, we're calling to offer our valued customers.
I need me a 12-year-old stat.
A zero cost, zero commitment home value estimate. And what I want to find out from you is what year did you buy your house? And they said 2017. And he said 2017. That's interesting. On average, since 2017, your home has gone up 3% per year in this market. Do you know how much it's gone up? And the guy on the phone goes, well, it's been 7 years, so 21%. And the kid says, that's exactly right, 21%. We can't give you concrete numbers unless we come make an appointment to walk through your home with you. Again, there is no commitment on your part and no pressure to buy. Does that work for you? And the guy's like, it works for me. And the lady on the other end of the phone that was with him, it was like a husband and wife talking together, was like, I don't know. And the husband's like, I want to do it. And that is wonderful. Is morning or afternoon on the date of June 17th better? Morning or afternoon on June 17th? And the guy goes, ooh, let's do it in the afternoon. Let's do it in the 3 o'clock works perfectly for our schedule. Is 3 o'clock okay? Yeah, we'll see you at 3. Thanks again for taking our call. Tomorrow we will call to confirm. Click. That kid reading a script just like that. And it was a real reaction on the other end, according to this, the stuff on the video. The kid was just great. Mm-hmm. He might have been younger than 12. He could have been 10. I don't know. I loved it when he said, so-and-so realty. My mom is Jan.
I love it, man.
And the kid was happy, just sitting there calling with his baseball cap on, wearing headphones. Looked like he was calling a Friday night football game.
He's getting paid, and his mom loves it because she's not paying taxes on that money because
That's exactly right.
The kid's under 18.
That's
I did
right.
the same thing with my kids when they were growing up. They made calls for me.
I got to tell you.
If they wanted to. I didn't force them. It wasn't slave labor. But like if they wanted to earn money, they definitely earned money working for me in my businesses and stuff. It was great.
So the moral of the story is we need to get Beckham immediately sitting at the office making outbound phone calls for us.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know about that. I don't know.
It was such a cute video.
Yeah. Okay, let's touch on the market and then wrap this up.
Okay.
So, what have you been doing lately?
I don't know what you mean.
For work. For real estate work.
I've been doing.
We're on to the real estate portion of the show.
I've been doing real estate and lending for work professionally. I don't know what you're asking me.
You've had some buyers that you've taken out recently
yeah.
and shown some first-time home buyers. Tell me about some of those experiences.
Well, I love calling on lenders specifically, and when I do, I tell them, hey, look, guys, I don't want to steal business from you guys. I think you guys run a great shop here. The one way I can guarantee that you and I are not going to compete for a deal is if you send it to me as the realtor. And then I will do everything in my power to keep them with you, just like I do everything in my power to keep them with me when they're my lending client.
Right.
And every single person I've given that speech to says, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Well, we finally got one last week.
Yeah.
And we were out showing properties. Saturday, we got up at 9:30 in the morning and got out the door at 9:30.
We got up way earlier than that.
Yeah. But we got out the door at 9:30 and drove to Grandview to show some homes in Grandview and ultimately landed on a new construction home. And we wrote up a deal on Saturday night. We spent from 9:30 in the morning until 10:30 at night working on that one deal.
With these one family, one client.
But the good news is we're going to be able to keep those people with their lender who brought them to us, and they're going to close on a home. So that is a simple, successful way to do business because I've always said on this program that I'm a force of nature and I get things done. You've always said that you're a force of nature and you get things done. So if someone brings a pre-approved buyer to us, we will get them under contract on a home that they love because of how thorough our intake interview is with them.
Right.
And it'll just work. And the good news is we will keep them with the lender that brought them over.
Yeah,
for
very
sure.
Loyal, very loyal. So what I noticed in this price point that we were shopping with these people, which was under 340,
right?
Right,
That's
under
right.
340,000 was our top end of the budget. Vast difference in the homes we showed.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So I would say to a buyer who's looking, don't be afraid to go outside the city boundaries.
Sure.
Because, Benton City, Prosser, Grandview, Burbank, north of Pasco, it starts with a C. Connell, thank you. Those places that are a little out of bounds.
Sure.
Not that far away.
Yeah.
And it's worth exploring if you're looking for a home. And if you're a realtor, it's worth exploring and asking your client, hey, what do you think about a 30, 45-minute commute to Tri-Cities if they work in Tri-Cities? And you might be surprised. They can get more house, more bang for their buck. I would say this, because I know we have a lot of realtors that listen to this, a lot of people in the industry. For the love of all things holy, if you've got a vacant listing, at least clean it.
Yeah. Really, really disappointing on some of the houses we showed this weekend that were just filthy. One of them smelled just like weed. I don't know what was going on in there.
Weed.
It could be.
Which, do your thing. I don't care. This isn't a commentary against or for weed. It's legal in our state.
And the
Who
house
cares?
was very clean, but boy, were they smoking a bowl.
If you're eliminating potential buyers by having weird off smells, and don't try to clean it up by putting, those stinky plugins in.
Right.
Nobody likes those.
Right.
Nobody likes those.
Yeah.
Clean the thing, clean the place. I won't give my thought about it. We showed one property this weekend that, not me, not my words, the client said it smells like piss in here.
Yeah.
And he wasn't wrong.
Yeah.
He wasn't wrong.
Clean
it.
And if you're going to replace the flooring, which the particular house that he was talking about had brand new carpeting, I guarantee the pad was old.
Oh, yeah.
And underneath, they didn't put kills down on the floor before they did it.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, look pretty does not overcome smells awful.
Yeah, yeah.
Does that make sense?
One house we looked at was not a great house, but they all commented about how great it smelled because it smelled like good old-fashioned bleach.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
The house was not great.
No.
It smelled great, and it made it kind of feel like, oh, yeah, okay. So those are just some things to think about. If you're a buyer, though, in the market, I'm going to tell you something. Try really hard to look past those things. I try to tell my clients, look at the walls and the corners and the floorboards.
Right.
And or baseboards. And the reason I say that is because it takes your focus off of all the distractors, and now you're actually looking at the rooms.
And I look almost exclusively at the decor. And that's wrong.
I was just going to say, this is true. This is true, good or bad.
Right.
To be distracted. It's easy to be distracted by really pretty staging too, think that a house is better than what it is because the staging is impeccable.
Right.
So focus on the walls, the doors, the baseboards. That'll make in the corners. That'll make your eye look at the actual room. Right. So there's a tip for buyers if in our market.
I think that's a good one. Is there anything that you want to talk about in the next 90 seconds that we have not gone over?
Gosh, I don't think so. I would just say that you are not stuck. If you feel stuck, I want to just encourage you. You are not stuck in this world. You are not stuck in the life that you have. You are not stuck in the place that you have. Small shifts, one at a time, I promise you will get you unstuck.
That's the most wonderful little recap you've done in a long time.
Thank you.
Major market program recap.
It's because I have my managing broker's license now.
There you go. Unbelievable. Hey, if you need some help with real estate or lending, reach out to us here at SherwoodAustinHomes.com. That's SherwoodAustinHomes.com. We would love to help you. Your next home is only a click away at SherwoodAustinHomes.com. For Londa, Joanne, Sherwood, Austin, I'm David Austin.
The birthday boy.
We'll see you next week.